bright and beautiful day to everyone. So I have some information I want to share with you. I was cleaning out my notes app on my iPhone earlier, and I came across something that I had put together a few months back that had come out of a couple of marriage therapy sessions. Now, if you're not married, don't go anywhere. This information is still for you. Whether you're in a committed relationship that is like a marriage, or if you have friendships, or you have relationships with family members, or you have any relationship with any human being on earth, I promise you the common sense knowledge I'm about to share with you is going to make the world of a difference in those relationships. You are going to strengthen your relationships. You are going to have, positive dynamics in your relationships, and you're going to have that togetherness if you pay mind to the things that I'm about to tell you, and implement them in your day-to-day lives with the people that you love. I've been in a relationship for 14 years. I've been married for 11, and my husband and I have always had a great connection and a solid friendship. But then a couple years ago, the noise got so loud, and I don't mean like the beautiful soundscapes that you're listening to on this video, because I have the wind chime over here, and then I have the fan to cool me off from the Miami heat over here. But I mean that yucky noise that's in the day-to-day, and the distractions and all the craziness that goes on. It just completely just pulls us apart sometimes, and then we lose sight of what's really important and like the bare necessities, that humans need. So if you just are mindful, and if you're conscious, and if you're present, and if you are authentic, because you got to be real, you have to be real with those people that you love, you're going to do yourself, your person, and your relationship great service. And I promise you, this will make the world of a difference. It will make your relationships, and it won't break your relationships. Now, I do believe that everyone comes into your life for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. So it's not to say that the information I'm going to give you is going to save a relationship that is just not meant to be, but it will do what it needs to do for the relationships that you have, and for however long you have them, even if it's forever. So, first things first, make sure that you are happy, because you can move, or you can try to move heaven and earth. You can make all the sacrifices that you want. You can live for other people and for fulfilling their needs or making them happy all day and every day. But if you're not happy, I promise you it's not truly going to happen. You can't possibly give somebody something you don't have. If you don't have happiness in you, it's just not going to work. A happy person radiates positive energy, and the people around you will feed off of that positive energy. It's like a smile is contagious. Same concept, but the second that you just completely lose sight of yourself and your own happiness, and you just focus on everyone else and become this people pleaser, guilty as charged, trust me, you all of a sudden are going to find that negativity is just going to come out from within you, because you've buried so much. So you're going to end up having resentment, you're going to have anger, you're going to have sadness, depression, anxiety, and all of that is going to impact those people that you love. No matter how much you do to make them happy and to fulfill their needs, you also have to do something for you. So do for you first before you go and do unto others. And that's also to say that you need to have a balance too, right? So we can't be selfish. Whatever decisions you're going to make in your life for your own happiness, stop and think about how that is going to benefit your relationships, because you also don't want to do something that is going to completely pull you away from your relationships, and that is going to, if anything, put a damper on your relationship. So just try to find that balance. So don't be selfish, but definitely be happy. Next thing, mindfulness. Be mindful of every moment that you are spending with the people that you love, okay? So whether you're going out to dinner, or you're watching TV, or you're making love, or you're having a disagreement, or you're going out and having fun somewhere, whatever it is that you're doing, make sure that you are there, that you are present, that you are conscious and focused and giving the attention to that person. The biggest factor in this is the iPhone or the phones, right? The phones come into play, and then next thing you know, we're having relationships with robots. It's not necessary. Like, we don't need to do that. Put the freaking phones away. It's not necessary. I know so many people that are guilty as charged and are these like scrollers, and they're like having conversations, but they're doing this. Like, don't do it, because that's you got to give the person respect that, you know, you're spending time with. The other thing is, people tend to pay attention to their surroundings, and this goes back to the noises and the distractions. They pay attention to their environment and the conversations around them. Now, I'm not saying to go around walking like an ignoramus, but don't get wrapped up in other people's business, because, you know, if you're at, let's say, a dinner with your significant other, don't get wrapped up in what's going on next to you, because this is a person that you should be spending time with. Not to say that you have to become a hermit and not talk to anybody, because I am also a, you know, people person. So I'm all about making friends with the bartenders and the servers and all of that. But really invest the time that you're spending with whoever you're spending time with on them, and on that connection, because relationships are so important. Human flesh relationships with people that have flesh, not robots, is important. Next thing, don't just feel love. You need to show love. You can think and know all day long that you love so-and-so, and that all you have is love for them. But if you never show them, or rarely show them, in whichever way, because we all have our own ways of showing love and expressing how we love people, they're not gonna know. They're not, you know, I mean, it's not just a given that because you love somebody that they're gonna feel that love. No, you have to do something. So either, you know, through gesture, or words, or touch. Touch is so important. It's something that we tend to forget, because we get so comfortable in our relationships that we forget, you know, how human, you know, a touch is. You know, a hand on a shoulder, a hug, a kiss on the cheek, whatever it is, a pat on the back. It's, you know, we need to have that. We need to have some sort of, and not everybody's touchy-feely, and I'm not telling you to be that way either. But what I'm saying is, you know, make sure that you are doing whatever it is that feels right to you and natural and organic, to show people that you love them, you know, and not just thinking, oh, I love them so much. Okay, tell them, do something. And, you know, every little bit counts. So just show people that you love them as much as you possibly can, and that you appreciate them. That's the other thing. It's very important to show appreciation. And you don't have to thank them for everything all day long. But, you know, take the time to notice things, and take the time to acknowledge it, because we all like to be acknowledged at some point or another. And, you know, we don't want to just feel like we're just there and nobody's paying attention to us. The next thing, when you're mad, sad, annoyed, pissed the hell off, whatever it is, at your partner, at whoever, don't go crazy. Chill out. Breathe. Breath is super important. I'm actually going to talk about that at some point, because I've learned so much about breath. Struggling with anxiety, breath was definitely there for me. And struggling with, you know, H. pylori bacteria. I mean, the importance of breathing and breathing correctly is out of this world. And now through Kundalini Yoga, I've learned even more so, and I'm still learning. So I'm going to share so much with you about breath at some point. But take time to breathe before you go off on your person. You know, be cool, calm, collected, chill out. Try to free your mind and your heart of all the negativity. You know, you're going to be angry, you're going to be hurt, but don't let it take over you. And then when you're ready to talk, definitely communicate, because communication is key in any relationship. But as much as it is important to communicate, it is crucial that you say things in a way that comes from a loving place. So watch your approach and the way you go about handling a situation. Even if there's anger there, you know, try to come from a place with love and not hatred, because what you're going to try to communicate, it's not going to be perceived in that way. And that's all because of the approach, the way in which you're saying things. I learned this one. It's funny because I always say that my husband was quiet and I was too loud. And it was just because of my approach. I was always communicating and he was not, but guess what? I was screaming most of the time, and so of course he was so not hearing me. Yeah, definitely do that. Next thing, never ever stop communicating. Don't expect, and when I mean communicate, I mean communicating your needs. If you need something, if you want something, tell the person. Don't just expect them to read between the lines, which us women for some reason tend to do that, I don't know why. Or don't have expectations. Just be willing to be transparent and to say, hey, I need this from you, or I want that from you. Or, it happened to me the other day, and I was actually cleaning my daughter's room, and my husband comes by and he's on the phone, and then working, and he walks away. He sees that we're cleaning, he walks away, but the room was a bomb had exploded, and I expected him to offer help. Well, he just was busy with his phone working, so he didn't think to offer. I got so mad, and I'm like, why? Afterward, I'm like, why did I get so mad at him? Like, I can't just expect him to, like, hey, do you need help? No, because guess what? If I need help, I need to ask. Ask and you shall receive. So you need to make sure that you communicate whatever it is you need or whatever it is you want. But at the same time, when you're communicating, understand that the reaction you might get is not what you're gonna expect, or don't assume that you're gonna get a certain kind of reaction. Guilty also of that one. Try to make sure that there's an understanding on whatever different perspectives you and your partner, your friend, whatever may have on whatever given topic, because you may not agree on something, and you might be communicating something and the other person is looking at it from this other angle, and they're just not, you guys are not seeing eye to eye. Well, find a happy medium, something that you're okay with on whatever that topic is, and that person is okay with, and then come together and work together as a team. But make sure that there's that respect and understanding there. The next thing is be respectful of the commitment that you made. So if you're married, it's until death do you part, right? But if you're in any committed relationship, be in that relationship, and make sure that whatever you do at whatever point in time you do it, don't put yourself in a position, or don't approach a situation in a way that can be detrimental to your relationship, or that can try your relationship. And yes, I'm referring to infidelity and bullshit like that, but I'm also referring to all of the other reasons that people divorce and separate and whatnot. So that's not being respectful and mindful to, finances, addictions, all sorts of other things. I mean, the list honestly could probably go on and on, but just, try to do the best you can to be respectful that you've committed to this relationship, and you got to be in it. Okay, you got to be in it, or just get the hell out. And the last part, and this one is from like personal experience, and this is like the one that always makes me like, fall in love all over again and again and again and again. If your partner, if your person does something random, says something or does something that makes you smile, if your partner, you look at your partner in a way and all of a sudden you feel fuzzy and like warm and fuzzy, or you feel like butterflies in your belly, because that could still happen. It doesn't just happen at the beginning, it can happen again. Tell that person and tell them, I just fell in love with you all over again. I swear to you, from personal experience, it is the most amazing feeling, one of the most amazing feelings in the world, to hear those words year after year when you least expect it. I love surprises. So to me, it's like, when I am surprised with, oh my God, I just fell in love with you all over again. And I'm like, well, what did I do? I was just taking out the trash. It's like, I don't know. I had this overwhelming feeling, and I just fell in love with you all over again. It's super freaking cool. So be real to the love that's in your heart. And if you're feeling something, communicate it. Don't expect somebody to just assume that they fell in love with you all over again. It's really freaking cool. I swear it is. And the last one I wanted to share is honesty is the best policy, period. That's it. Be real, be authentic, be truthful. Don't freaking lie. It ain't cool. Just do right by your person, do right by you. Otherwise you're gonna feel like shit and you're gonna hurt people, and that's not cool. So that's what I have to share. I hope that this is information that will serve you and all of your relationships in your life, and that it will just bring you peace and fill you with love and give you and everyone around you the happiness that we all deserve. So until next time, thank you for listening to me. And if you want to talk about anything, feel free to reach out to me. You can call me. If you have my number, you can text me. You can message me on Instagram, whatever it is. All right. Thank you so much, and peace, love, and happiness to you today and every day. Bye.